Alright, here we go. I can edit. So what's up, family? Today we're gonna do this video on a topic that's very relevant, what a lot of people can relate to. So we're gonna title this one, Who Eats First? The husband or the kids? Now think about it. We've heard this since we was kids, and so on and so on. This family, that family, where it's always a dispute. Who eats first? I'll let you start.
And I'll tell you this much, now that I'm a lot older, okay, my thing is the man eats. Okay. A real man eats first.
I like how you correct yourself. Yeah, a real man. There's a difference between a male and a man. There is a difference, because any male got a male parts, but a man is a provider, a protector, a teacher, and so on and so on.
Exactly, because the thing is that, well, let's just put it this way. When I was growing up, I used to hear that so much. The kids eat first. The kids eat first. And I'm like, well, okay, the kids eat first. But then, when I'm looking at all around the kids are too busy playing, and I'm like,
now,
okay,
see, I like that she said that, because I say the same thing too. When you have a real man in your life, I ain't talking about no joker just come and use you because of whatever reason he used you for. But no, a real man. If you got a real man in life, yes, the man eat first. Because when you go to that family function, that cookout, whatever the case, right, and you sitting there, you hearing that lady talk about the kids eat first, that's some nonsense. Know why? Because like she just said, the kids ain't even thinking about food. They want to play with their cousins and their friends and their brothers and sisters. That they ain't even thinking about food. Trust me. Kids will let you know when they're hungry. And when they first get at an event, they're not hungry. They want to play. They want to explore. So for a woman to be up here talking about, oh, kids eat first, trust me. You know what you're going to do when you trying to force that kid to eat? And now you go over there and you make a big plate of hot dogs, hamburgers, corn on the cob, and all this other stuff. Know what you're going to do? It's going to be disrespectful to your host. Know why? You're going to be so busy trying to make that kid plate and make him or her eat, and they ain't gonna do that child gonna either be sleepy or just want to play. All that child really gonna do with that food that you brought him is waste it.
Exactly.
And you know who gonna be eating that food? The daggone gnats and the flies. And now the host is like, she just made that kid a bunch of food and that kid didn't even eat it. That kid's sleepy. Or that kid went out playing with his cousin.
Exactly. Like I remember back in the days when we was invited to one of my relatives. You know, I started serving the plate, because once we got there, the food was right on the spot. So I started fixing my plate, and one of my relatives comes to me and says, no, Lily, they call me Lily, that's my name. No, Lily, no. Kids gonna eat first, the adults eat last. And then I'm actually seeing the kids in the other side playing.
They ain't concerned about eating.
And I'm looking at her and said,
that's silly.
Excuse me, but I see the kids playing. Yeah. And we're here. We're not doing anything.
So like I said,
they can wait. It's not gonna hurt them.
It's not gonna hurt.
She really got.
I'm looking at you like you tripping.
Yeah. She got very bothered by me.
This is not me to bash women, but that's probably a woman that don't know what a real man is. If your man goes to work and do everything to provide a great life for you, when you wanted them new tires on your car and it was 95 degrees outside, and your man went outside and jacked that car out and sweating his butt off, but got them new tires on your car, changed your oil change on your car, you wanted that bathroom redesigned, he was in there sweating his butt off. But when you got a real man that provides, y'all able to travel, do all kind of nice stuff, and now you want to talk this kids eat first, trust me, there is no neglect for the kids at all. It's just that the kids are playing. Stop running this, the kids gotta eat first crap. That is the most nonsense stuff. But I like what this is what it comes down to. For a lot of women, if you ain't never had a real man in your life and you don't know what that looks like and feels like, then you say silly stuff like that. The kids gotta eat first. Because when you got a real man in your life, there's no reason to say the man eat first. It is just a given, because there is no neglect for the children. Everyone can eat first. But in this case, the man gonna eat first. The kids, a woman will know, I got enough common sense and intellect to know those kids busy playing. Let me go fix my husband, please.
Exactly, because the kid will tell you when they're hungry.
They're gonna let you know when they're hungry.
But you know what? I think the whole situation, how the people, their mentality is because they have been taught that since they were little. They've heard that.
They heard it
since
and
they
repeating
were
it.
little, so
Exactly.
they have that mentality while growing up. But if you actually go back and sit back and you're more mature and you realize what makes sense, then that's exactly how it's supposed to be.
The
'Cause
man
the
eat
kids
first.
are not. You fix them a plate.
You're gonna
Just
waste
like
it.
the continuing to the story when I was back then
Uh-huh.
fixing. One of the relatives of mine went actually fix a plate
Mhm.
to call the little kid, call him
Uh-huh.
inside, fix him a plate, and he was just sitting there all pissed off.
Like I said,
and saying,
I ain't ready to eat. I
don't
want
want
to
to
play.
eat. I don't want to eat.
Listen, let me tell y'all
No,
something.
you're
folks.
gonna eat. You're gonna eat.
See, now all you're really doing, you're being disrespectful to the host, like I said earlier, because you're wasting the host's food by trying to prove a point to whatever ridiculousness you're trying to prove. Let me tell you something. Even a baby is gonna let you know when they hurt, when they
Exactly.
hungry. Now they can't talk, but they can communicate. You know how they communicate? Through crying, grumpiness. Even a baby who is a newborn baby is gonna let you know, I'm hungry. And it's only it's only the moms or the dad who just had a newborn baby. They inexperienced. They're like, I don't know why this baby keep crying. I done done everything. I gave him the pacifier and I gave him this. No, it'd be grandma to come and go, look, the baby's hungry, girl. Look, boy, that baby hungry. And if it ain't hungry, the baby needs to be birthed. Or baby needs some attention. But this is their way of communicating. A child will let you know when they're hungry. So you don't got to keep with this nonsense of kids got to eat first. How about this one? How many times way back in the days we went to other people's cookouts, right? And we never did that stuff at our cookouts. When we said we had a cookout, we always on time. We overwhelmingly prepared. Never run out of food, liquor, whatever. We always make sure we prepared. So when you come, when we say start at 3 o'clock, it starts at 3 o'clock. We don't pull that crap. Oh, I need more time to prep. But my point with saying all that, how about when we went to other people's cookout? Because the reason I'm saying this, when people came, the food is ready. Your kid want to eat. Your husband want to eat. You want to eat. Everybody eat. Whatever. It's plenty.
Exactly.
But how about when we went to other people's cookout? It was always the same nonsense. I ain't gonna say no names, but remember this one cookout we went to, right? We get there. We went swimming earlier that day, and we took some other kids with us, and we came back to the people's cookout, right? And while we there, they ain't got one doggone thing ready.
No.
And then not only that, when they started to get stuff ready and other people was bringing stuff, the owner of the house, his sister had made her a big giant plate and was walking around the backyard eating and was stuck. And when other people went up to get something to eat, she was like, nobody's supposed to eat yet. And when the food get ready, only the kids could eat first.
But wasn't the food inside?
Yeah, they had food inside. But she was walking around with a plate, a mountain full of food, talking about ain't nobody supposed to eat yet. And whenever the food do get ready, the kids gotta eat first. We was like, man, we ain't never coming back here.
She didn't even believe that herself.
Yeah, because she had the food eating it. How dare you?
She was hungry.
Yeah, y'all ain't got nothing ready, and you keep going to the house, get something to eat. People are here hungry. But I did like what eventually happened. I loved it. Because I don't want to be disrespectful, nor will I, at someone else's house. It was an elderly lady that showed up. That was a family member.
Right.
And she went right over to where it was a couple little things on the table, and she started to make her a plate. And that same big mouth lady said, wait a minute, no, the kids gotta eat first. Ain't nobody eating yet. And I love what the elderly lady said to the other lady. She said, what? She said, girl, you walking around here with a big giant plate stuff in your mouth, and you talking about the kids gotta eat first. From what I'm looking, ain't nobody eating but yourself. Girl, get away from me with that nonsense.
Now,
these kids will let you know when they're hungry.
I'm
I'm hungry right now. I'm making my plate.
But I do have to say that we as parents, we're really concerned with our kids. But just as we're concerned to our kids, we are to be concerned with our own real man in our life, because they do more than our kids. They do their part. So why can't they get the same?
Yeah, that's what I said.
same
When you
response?
got a real man, the kids is not neglected.
No, they're
that
not.
kid
They're
is not
going to
forgotten,
be.
not neglected. So if your man is busting his butt at work all day long, busting his butt so y'all could live a greater, better life, what's wrong with saying the man eat first? Because you know the kids, they ain't doing nothing but want to play around and waste time. They'll let you know when they're hungry. Like I said, even with that baby, they're going to let you know when they're hungry. Right now, they ain't hungry. But my man just came home from working 12-hour shifts, and let me fix his plate.
Yeah.
So if you never had that, You can't understand that. For all the naysayers out there that go, the kids gotta eat first. That's nonsense.
It is.
And I hate when you go to a cookout and people say that, the kids gotta eat first. Stop it with the nonsense. The kids ain't worried about eating. They want to play. They will let you know when they hungry.
Yeah,
Knock
think
it
it's
off.
just all about how you've been grown, and you actually hear that ever since you were a little kid. So you have that state of mind. But things are different. If you're not gonna like you said, you're not gonna neglect your kids.
No.
But it's a sense of saying, look, if you're hungry, they'll let you know if they're hungry. If your man is hungry, he deserves to eat right away.
Yes.
You know, so.
Cool. So on that note, simple question was, who eats first, the man, the husband, or the child?
Yeah, I believe it's the man.
Yeah, I say the same too.
Your husband. I agree that 100%.
If I was making your plate, I would say my woman. Know why? Because my kids will let me know when they're hungry. But what I'm not going to do is waste food and my time, because they ain't even interested in eating right now. Now, I ask them, do y'all want something to eat? Y'all want? Now, if they say, yeah, then I'll just make the plate.
Mm-hmm.
But if they, for the most part, they'll let me know when they're hungry. Otherwise, you clearly let me know, babe, I'm hungry. Or I clearly let you know, babe, I'm hungry.
Exactly.
Kids going to always be wasting your time and wasting food.
And wasting food, yes.
They'll let you know when they're hungry. So you should let action, like they say, talk is cheap, but actions speak. A kid will let you know when you're hungry. So stop it with this nonsense. Kids got to eat first. It's straight nonsense. And on that note, we'll let y'all go. Drop us some comments on this here. Peace.